Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today we're going over my October bottle haul. And like I say every single month, I don't think I spend that much money, and yet I took an hour to try to locate all these bottles to go over today. But first, let's do a giveaway. All right, so this is for the Calumet 18 versus Knob Creek 21 year giveaway. So it should be 2 ounces of each, I believe. Come on, really? Well, I don't understand how the same guy wins like 2 out of the past 3 times, and there's literally 110 people in here. Well, Tim Garcia Maduro, I just sent out your last samples yesterday, so congratulations. Send me an email. Sorry for everyone else. All right, so we're gonna go right into it. I will say this isn't all the bottles I bought in October, because October I went to Bourbon on the Bank, so plenty of bottles I bought there. So if you haven't seen that video to recap Bourbon on the Banks and all the bottles I bought there, the link to that video will be in the description. Okay, I'm just gonna literally pull the closest ones to me. This is a lot. All right, so this is the first lineup, just the closest ones to me, and not really in any kind of order. Let's see, I went to a local liquor store. I picked up a couple of Knob Creek 21s for friends. Don't even try to email me for Knob Creek 21. I don't think there's any more. So I actually end up giving away my backup bottle, so I don't have a backup anymore. But I was paying $239.99 for them. Okay, Woodford Reserve Sweet Oak, $200. This is also not good. Now this is closed, but my buddy let me try his, and I was not the biggest fan. So will I still open this? Probably, because Woodford Reserve might be my least favorite distillery of the year. And I'll do a whole video on like the best distillers of the year and the worst distillers of the year. Man, Woodford Reserve is gotta be on the list for worst, unfortunately. Okay, so we got some copper and cask. So this is the straight rye whiskey. And this is the double oaked, which I did have with a cigar one night. So they came out with these new batches, plus the cigar blend one all together. But I bought cigar blend last month. I bought these this month. So if you remember seeing it from last month. And I picked up all these Penelopes. This is Penelope F Cancer, the black label one. I know there's a white label one out there too. This is the Penelope 10-year Select. Oh, I'm not saying the prices. Hello, part of this pricing. The Copper and Cask Rye was 60. The Copper and Cask Double Oaked was 65. The F Cancer was 80. The 10-year Bourbon Private Select is 80. And then this Marshmallow Toasted, which is also pretty good with a cigar, because I had all 4 of these one night with a cigar. They're all right downstairs from me already. Marshmallow Toasted was $60. That was all in one day at one store. Pretty expensive day. So then we go to another store. This is the pick I was on, another chocolate marshmallow bomb. If you guys want this Maker's Mark pick, I'm sure I could pick up more. So definitely email me about those. And those are $75 plus tax. Different store. They just did 2 picks of ASW Fiddlers. They're down in Georgia. Actually, a really good distillery. Been there, down there. So this is both a single barrel. So this one's the Georgia Heartwood. Okay, so together they were $150, and this is a toasted. So I will show them together since they were bought together for $150. It was a bundle deal. I was gonna buy both anyways. I had to go get a bottle. So the Copper and Cask I was talking about, the cigar blend, I got the same day. So I got it basically like 2 weeks before I picked up these. So this is the cigar batch I was talking about. I thought I got it last month, but this is pretty good. As you can see, pretty good into it already. And had it with Cigar Club, had it with plenty of cigars. So pretty good. That Copper and Cask cigar blend is $75. Also picked this Cream of Kentucky Cash Strength which it's a 2025 release, something different, never seen before. It was 80 bucks. So obviously I've had it. I remember enjoying it. I don't remember exactly. Oh, something I'm gonna do probably for Friday's video, the next video after this one, is I usually do a top 4 recap of my whiskey cigar clubs. So I didn't do that for my past 2 whiskey cigar clubs of October. So what I'm gonna do for Friday's video is go over all 24 bottles pretty quickly, like notes, scores. So it'd be a video. I'm not tasting anything. I'm just going over the notes and scores from my whiskey cigar club. So it kind of give you a bunch of information on a bunch of different bottles. So we'll see how that does. I'm hoping that will be a good video. But that, like something like this is in that video because it was a part of my whiskey cigar club, like this one, and different stuff. Another local store, I picked up this bottle for 25 bucks. Now this is one of those new Penelope pre-made cocktails. This is the Black Walnut Old Fashioned. I have had this. This is a brand new bottle. It is pretty good. I do like it. I did see Penelope came out with a brand new one. I think it was like apple pie or something. Completely just making stuff up off the top of my head. This one I liked better than I think the peach one beforehand, but I do plan on trying to get the new one and then doing a video on all 3. I don't know if they're coming out with a new one every 2 months, but as you can see, Penelope always comes out with something. Way too much Penelope. Okay, next lineup. All right, so we'll get into the next lineup. All of these I got basically from people, not stores, or and through the mail. Some of these came through the mail through actual stores. Like this Steelbox Humidor blend I picked up for 100 bucks. This was one of the bottles in my whiskey cigar club, so I'll talk more about that on Friday's video. This Blue Note Honey Rye Cask, I also believe this was a part of Whiskey Cigar Club. This is the rye. I think I have the bourbon coming. Pretty sure I ordered that. Now I'm not remembering. And the Blue Note Honey Rye is $65. And these are both from Steelbox, obviously. I got this Russell's 13. So I traded a Knob Creek 21 for this, and he threw in money for the difference. So basically we traded at MSRP. He was getting this for me, and then we're trying to figure out a bottle that he might want, and then I picked up the Knob Creek 21 for him. So this is still closed, but I do plan on putting this probably in my Whiskey Cigar Club this month if I don't open it sooner. I just got this in the mail a few days ago. So okay, so this Brothers Justice has been on the channel. This was part of like the American Single Malt video versus the 2 Milestones and the Stranahan's. And I also picked up this cold peated whiskey, which I haven't got into. I heard that it's a crazy bottle, so I need to get into it. Together, these bottles were $266.65. That's total with shipping and taxes and everything, because that's right from my credit card. This bottle, which will also be on Friday's video because it's part of my Whiskey Cigar Club, is a distillery only. This is the sweet mash that came out, I think like a month or so ago. My buddy went down to Nashville and he picked this up for me, gave it to me as a gift, so I really appreciate it. We were talking about actually this at work last night. I was like, did I pay for that? I was like, no, it was a gift. I was like, do you want me to pay for it? I was like, no, it's a gift. I was like, well, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's really, really good. And my buddy JC picked up this High Rye Bourbon for me at the distillery, sent it to me, and total with shipping and everything was $65. And then these two, my buddy Craig, he's my conviction hookup. He got me the Founders Reserve, which is pretty good. Again, I'll talk about it on Friday. And that one was $92. And there's this pick, I haven't got into it yet though, and it's $47. Next lineup. All right, next lineup, trying to get through these quick. Again, if you see something that I have a review on the channel and you want a review of it, just comment about it and I'll get to it. Hopefully. All right, so then let's see. Local store, went there, picked up a couple bottles. So we got this Glenmorangie, the Tail, the Spices. This is like an annual release, different stuff. They've all been good so far. I'm pretty sure I got them all over the years. That's $100. We have the Heaven Hill Grain to Glass. I'm trying to get the Chicopee or whatever it's called one. I can't find it. This is $100. This Elijah Craig 18 is a 180. I talked about it briefly in the Comet 18 versus Knob Creek 18. comparison video. Rare Character has been hitting Connecticut hard recently. There's been a lot of picks been dropping. So you'll see, I think, a couple at least. And so this is the PLT 044, 10-year, 131 proof. This is 130 bucks. I had to grab another bottle because this is where I picked up my first Knob Creek, and this is my Knob Creek 21 at that store. So I'll put that there, I guess. And again, I picked that up for $239.99. You guys all know Malort, right? So this is the people that make Malort. Well, my local liquor store did a pick. I haven't even opened this. I'm actually kind of scared. Jepson's Bourbon. Now, I have heard that these single barrels are actually pretty good, so we'll see. I'll probably go into my next Whiskey Cigar Club. But Jepson's Bourbon, it's a store pick, and that was $35, $34.99. So it doesn't even have to be that good for that value, right? Okay, so then we got the new C925 that I just picked up for $71. So I was hunting one day. So I actually went to my buddy's house and to pick up wood. And on the way back, I was like, I'm going to hit every liquor store that I see. And there was a good amount. Only one good liquor store though. That's the problem with Connecticut. Connecticut has a lot of liquor stores. 85% of them are stupid pricing on any kind of good bourbons. But going to a store, they had a glass case, but the glass case was all MSRP, which is crazy. They didn't have too much crazy stuff, but I went there and I saw that they had the new Michter's toasted barrel. That's only 86 proof, very low proof. We did use this as a warm-up pour for my Whiskey Cigar Club, and that's $110. Then I picked up these at another store, not my favorite store, but I'm not even gonna say their name, but this is the New Booker's 2503. Again, watch Friday's video. And I think these are both gonna be in Friday's video too. Still Austin 4-year straight rye. Cool labels on the Still Austins. And then we have the 7-year bourbon. That's these. Let's get into the next one. Okay, second to last lineup. There's only one more lineup, so we're getting there. Okay, so all of these, plus a couple other bottles, I got all in one store at one time. They're doing double points, and I was like, well, time to go shopping. So I picked up this Booker's Reserve. This is this year's the tequila finish one. This is actually for my friends. He hasn't been here to pick it up. And that was $130. We have this new, I believe it's new, Angel's Envy small batch rye finished in French oak barrels. And that's $70. We got the Sagamore 10-year. And that is $75. These two and this one, these next three, they're all store picks that I was there with them in Kentucky. This is back when we went to Kentucky, like in May. And this is the last, and actually, I'm still waiting on the Russell's Reserve pick that just got released. So I'm only waiting on one pick that we did, and then I'm going to do them all blind. I already got into a couple of them. So this is a Starlight. This is a rye whiskey finished in honey barrels. And that one is $80. And then we have another Starlight single barrel bourbon finished in maple syrup barrels. That's also $80. And this Four Roses pick, OESV, that we picked, as $100. I also picked up each other small batch, which I already gave to a friend. I picked up one of my Maker's Mark picks that was on the chocolate marshmallow bomb. Sent that to someone. I picked up another Angel's Envy pick that was on. Sent that to someone else. So, very expensive day. Yeah. Okay. These three I bought online on Sealbox. So I got this is short barrel finished in Del Ducato. Oh, I can't read. Short barrel finished in Del Dodo Cabernet Cask. It's a rye. Ultra rare Curator's Edition. Oh, this actually feels heavy. It's the bottom. Look at the bottom on this. But anyways, so that and, okay, so one's a bourbon, one's a rye. Is that what this is? Okay, so yeah. Because they're both finished in the same thing. And those together, because a bundle deal, was $160. What I really wanted was this Smoke Eye Hill barrel proof straight rye whiskey. I really liked the blue label one, which is the bourbon. So I gotta try this. So these just came in the other day. I actually opened the box today to get them out. And that one, the rye, was $90. Again, I'm still trying to find some really good ryes for 2025. All right, now we're on the last lineup. All of these, except for this last one, was kind of like a charity event. There's a local liquor store called Harry's, and they partner up with Operation Hope, and it's a charity in their area. They do this every year. They do multiple things so you can win different bottles. People donate bottles. You can buy stuff on Amazon to send to Operation Hope, and those give you raffle tickets to win those. They have auction items in the store. And then what they do is they release bottles every Saturday of the month of October. You wait in line, man, people were camping out like 24 hours in advance for these lines. It was crazy. So one morning I went there, I think it was the last Saturday of the month. Went there after work, I got off at 6, got there like at 6:20. I think I was like number 8 or 9 in line. You can go back in line if you want. All of these things are MSRP, but what they do is then they tack on like a donation to it. So when I go over it, I'm just gonna go over what I pay for MSRP, not really the donation part. These weren't like exactly MSRP. It was MSRP plus what they put as a donation. So that's what it was. So I picked up this Yamakasi because, why not? And I don't even know what the price on that because it's not on any of these receipts. So this bottle, this is actually what I picked with my 9th overall pick. Now they had some crazy bottles, but they all went in the top things. And I had this in my hands and the new Russell's Reserve single barrel, or single rickhouse, excuse me. And I was like, oh, because I know a lot of people really wanted this bottle. So I was like, maybe the Russells will still be there if I come back. It didn't. It got taken like 5 guys behind me, but there's only 3 of these. These are KOA 36, 141.62 proof, 10 year. This is the last KOA pick to be released. So it was like a big thing. They released it. People were waiting in line just for that release. I think it was the weekend before, but they had like a couple, like every one of these drops. And I was like, it's probably the only chance. These things are flipping on secondary for stupid money. I paid $125 for it. Went back around. I don't know which ones. So I really wanted the tiny Elijah Craig grenade bottle, and someone got it, right? So they had an Elijah Craig and the grenade bottle, and someone picked it up, and I'm like, when I went back, I was like, oh man, I really want the grenade bottle. He went back and got me one, so I paired it with Elijah Craig. I didn't even know. I didn't even look at which barrel proof batch this was, but this is B525, which is my favorite one of this year, so that kind of worked out. But the combo bundle was $80. I never had a grenade, and I want it. I think it's so cool. The little barrel. All right, so I also picked up this Michter's. This is from this year, barrel strength rye. Again, trying to hunt for the best rye of the year. And that was $125. The Michter's 10-year rye, and this is, 25C. So this is this year's release, and this was $210. Before we get to the blue bag bottle, which is a crazy thing, I also got this Sazerac Rye 100 proof. Again, I don't see this on the receipt anywhere, but I picked that up there as well. And now we have this $550 bottle that came in a nice blue bag. This is Rare Character Exceptional Series 13 years 6 months, barrel number ETN89, 164.08 proof. There's a certain amount of barrels that were sold this way, and if you put all of the labels together, you'd make like one big painting or something, if I remember correctly. I don't remember the whole story. I apologize, but if anyone knows, leave in the comments. But this is a crazy bottle. Again, super expensive. Not 100% sure what I'll do with this bottle. We'll see. I kind of forgot I got this crazy bottle. And then we got one more bottle, and this is one of the coolest bottles I got this month. So this is Art of Spirits, my buddy Josh. He basically lives there, so he always knows when things are coming out. But this is the 250th anniversary for the Army. They put out a bunch, I think for Veterans Day, but they had a like Marine, whoop, they had like one for Marines and stuff like that. And that one didn't have anything. Audie Murphy, you know. So you see that front label, it comes with a 10 sign. Look at that. So bottle and tin and shipping and taxes and everything, that all came out to $115. That is my October bottle haul. And again, that was not all of it. I'm missing probably another 5 to 7 bottles-ish, something like that, maybe more. Plus all the bottles I picked up at Bourbon and Banks, which again, if you haven't checked out that video, it'll be in the description. Make sure you check out Friday's video. It's going to be a blitz on reviews and scores for 24 different bottles. So if you want a bunch of different scores on bottles, that's the video for you. Don't do nothing stupid. And if you do, don't get caught. Bye.